What's up, Quentin? How you doing, buddy? Alright. Posted in the Discord. I think we are ready to rock and roll once everybody gets in here. Chilling. I hear you. Great night for sports. Get some great NBA games. Get some NFL going. I'm excited. Gonna be a wonderful night. I love the NBA slate. The NFL slate's just kind of but we'll live. We'll rock it. Give everybody a couple minutes to get in here. I started a little early today. Don's in here. 8's in here. What's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Just giving everybody a minute to get in here. I started a little early today. If you can't tell by the screen, I love the Toronto Raptors today from a DFS standpoint. Let's win some money today. Hey, you own him too, huh? I gotta boost him because my projections didn't care for him very much, but we boosting Ricky Council today. Running a 9-man rotation in Philly. Sure, they got Lowry and Jackson there, but they got nobody to play the 2 or the 3 backup. Oubre's gonna start, Paul George's gonna start, Maxi's gonna start. I mean, he's really the backup 2 and 3 because KJ Martin backs up Yabasule. Got 3. So that's how I'm going to try to build today. The best I can, I'm going to try to go with 3 Raptors today, but in a couple lineups, I may have 4. In a couple lineups, I'll have 4. We're about to start. LaMelo's going to play, but I did read earlier he's going to have a minutes limit, so I probably won't have much LaMelo. I think the Nets are looking just okay due to their matchup. But I do like Shake Milton, Dorian Finney-Smith quite a bit today. They're not grading out the best, but I think that I can get to them in my MMEs. Keon Johnson was grading really well for me too. I had to manually move him down because he was just like jumping off the page. But DFS, I think people are going to overlook him today. Played 30 minutes last game. If I can get 30 from him again, I'm a happy camper. Alright, let's hop into it. Let's go to point guard. That's where we're starting today. My best value on the slate right now is Malik Monk. He's just kind of a okay play for me. Like, is what it is. But he's grading out very well, so I don't mind it. I trust the projections. James Harden, I had to manually move his projection down because he was jumping off the page. My projections love him. I would have got him in 100% of lineups if I didn't move him down. Has had a really rough go of it lately, but he's still getting the minutes. Very easy matchup here. Should absolutely be able to eat. 9,200 seems very affordable for him. Don't mind it. Tyrese Maxey's grading well. Great matchup. Don't mind him, but I would rather get to Paul George myself. I think Maxey's just going to be more owned than Paul George. Zach LaVine's ruled out? Say it ain't so, because I'm going to love some Josh Giddey. Ooh, he is. He is. Let's look at the Bulls. Already got the highest team total on the slate. Everybody's kind of priced accordingly, but I'm giving Giddey a little boost there. I like some Giddey today with no Levine on the floor. I think Ayo's going to look much better now. I probably won't get to as much Ayo because of his price. And Kobe White's totally fine too. I just prefer Giddey to White. I think Giddey has a higher upside, but yeah. I think we'll get the starting lineup. Whoever slides in the starting spot's going to get a nice boost. I wonder who that's going to be, though. They're not going to start Buzelis, I don't think. But if he started, ooh, I'd love him. Probably be Williams. Which, if Patrick Williams starts, I'll play him. Interesting stuff there. We'll revisit that here in a minute. We get a starting line. De'Aaron Fox, another guy my projections is loving today. Keegan Murray, midday downgrade to questionable. I think he sets. That's just a tad bit more usage for Fox. Don't mind if he lands in my lineups. Kobe White. Josh Giddey, now that I bumped him, is the best point guard for me. I'm going to have a lot of Giddey tonight. I just love this entire game. I want to target this entire game environment. Largest total on the slate. Give me all the Chicago Bulls players. Give me all the Toronto Raptors players. Give them to me. Yeah, I've seen that done. Kobe White, like I said, he still looks good. If you, for some reason, can't get to Giddey, but you can get to White, I'm totally okay doing that. I just prefer Giddey. KPJ, I think, is getting a little overlooked. I like him quite a bit. I know his price is coming up, but he's still playing so well. He only played 24 minutes against Denver, which is a little concerning, but I'm willing to roll the dice on him. That's right, Don. What's up, Chubbs? Here is my guy. Okay? Here's my guy that my pay-up option tonight that the public's just not on for some reason. It's Cade Cunningham. Only pulling 11% ownership, which compared to a lot of these people is not a ton. There's no Harris tonight. Cade's usage is going to be through the roof. Now, I know the matchup's not the best, but they are 16th against the point guard. We know Cade has insane upside, plays insane minutes. I'm all for the Cade Cunningham train tonight. Give him to me. We talked about Ayo. He's fine. I don't really care for his price, but he has an upside. Garland's fine. Ivy, as much as I don't like playing him, is fine tonight with no Harris. Ben Simmons just okay. I think Jamal Murray's probably going to play, but if he doesn't, of course, Russ becomes a great play. Everybody else really just MME for me. Shake Milton, I'm going to have more of than my projections are showing, but it's just MME only. I won't have him in a single entry. Let's move it to shooting guard. Grady Dick is just unavoidable for me tonight. He's going to be a core play for me. He's just far too cheap for the production he shows that he has when there's no Scotty Barnes on the floor. Had a terrible game against New York, but New York plays tough defense. The Chicago Bulls team ranks dead last against pretty much every defensive category, but they are exceptionally bad against guards, and just don't see how you avoid Grady Dick tonight. Jacoby Walter, looking fine for me. Don't mind playing him at all. We talked about Giddey. I think Kelly Oubre is a very intriguing piece today. We know Charlotte sucks and they play fast, and surprising to me, Oubre has done well lately. Last two games, 31-37 fantasy points. The two before that, 29 and 32. So he's at value at his price. And this is a much better matchup than his previous games, which were Orlando. Chicago is a good matchup, and then Indy. So I really like Oubre tonight, and I want a piece of the Sixers team tonight. For me, it's going to be Paul George or Kelly Oubre. RJ and Paul chalk? I think RJ will be, not Chris Paul, I don't think. He's at 13% ownership right now. We talked about Monk. I think Norm Powell's fine, but I think he might get a little overowned today. It's not going to dissuade me from playing him in an MME by any means, because he's got the upside. Drew Smith, I love over on DK. He's going to be a core piece for me on DK without a doubt. On FanDuel, 4,200. It's a little much for the ownership he's pulling. He's pulling 33% ownership right now, and I think he's probably priced where he should be. But he is playing really good minutes. I think Agbaji is fine. Like, he's just not that good of a basketball player from a DFS sense, but he plays big minutes. If he can get you a couple steals tonight, you know, you're a happy guy. Talked about most of these guys. I think Keon Johnson's very interesting. With no Dennis Schroeder, he should be asked to play more. Talked about most of these guys already, and everybody else just MME for me. I will point out Ricky Council. He has a special place in my heart for winning me 20K. But if we look at the rotation here for the 76ers, he's really their only backup 2/3. Kelly Oubre will start. Paul George will start. Tyrese Maxey will start. And then they're probably either going to go with Yabusele and Drummond or KJ Martin and Drummond. One of those two. Whoever doesn't start between Martin and Yabusele is going to back up the other one. So Ricky is really the only backup 2/3. Really, really like some Ricky Council tonight, and I think he's being overlooked yet again. When I won 20K, he was in my lineup and was owned by 0.06 people. So I'm pretty sure I might have been the only person playing him. Really love the spot for some Ricky Council tonight, though. Hey, Jose says hello. Hola, senor. Did I check out the Fantasy Labs? I actually did. I'm gonna be honest with you, Elite. I'm gonna need your help because I had no idea what I was doing, but I do have it, and I did play around with it today. So if you could give me like a crash course or link me a guide or something, I would be very appreciative. Everybody else really just MME for me though. Nothing sticking out. Let's move over to small forward. We talked about Grady Dick. He's going to be a core piece. Here's your next core piece, RJ Barrett. I can't get away from him tonight. He is pulling 33% ownership, but there's a reason for that. I think Ben Simmons is okay, but I think that's just what he is just okay. Very tough matchup. If I was picking a net tonight, it would be Dorian Finney-Smith. But Barrett, I love him. The matchup is terrific. He's been running the point where he excels in a DFS sense, has met value at this price for 2 games in a row. Give him to me. Moving down the ladder here, we talked about most of these guys. Cameron Johnson, he's just okay. I just hate playing anybody against the Cavaliers. They're so good defensively. I think I'm going to find a way to play Joker, RJ, and Kobe. Well, I think you can, but I would want to do my best to get to Giddey over Kobe. I said it earlier in the show. I'm not sure you were here. Giddey is pretty much a core piece for me now. But if you can't get to him, Kobe's fine. I just love Josh Giddey in this sense. But yeah, Cam Johnson's just okay. Hang on, my son's yelling at me. Alright, moving down the line here. DeMar DeRozan, he's just okay. Like, I just hate playing anybody from this Kings team when one of 3 guys are going to pop off. You just got to roll the dice and hope it's your guy that night. But it's a good spot for him. We talked about Paul George. Jimmy Butler's just MME for me. Really, the rest of these guys here just MME only plays for me in my 150 max. Nobody's sticking out at all. Maybe some Karis LeVert if you think the game gets out of hand and he gets a lot of late run. We cored him against Washington. He got 28 minutes, put you up 33 fantasy points, but you got to hope for another blowout like that, which spreads the largest on the slate at 10.5 points. But it also has the lowest total on the slate of 215. So that's why I'm trying to just at max get one Brooklyn player, one Cleveland player, if any, in my lineups. Just that low total. At power forward, Mogbo looking terrific. If he starts and does not get in foul trouble, I'm fairly confident he will be optimal tonight. But you have to hope this guy does not get in foul trouble. Last game against Miami, he had 4 personals. Still played 30 minutes, though, and got value. So I'm going to have a lot of Mogbo, and I'm going to be crossing my fingers that he does not get in foul trouble. Yabusele against Charlotte looks great. He's had 2 awful games, but he's only played 14 minutes in each and gotten... no, he didn't get in foul trouble in either one. So that is concerning, but the matchup is elite. I'm going to bring his projection down just a little because those minutes concern me. I think Sabonis getting a little too much ownership for me today at 20%, but he is in a fantastic matchup. Bigs eat against the Nuggets. They rank 23rd against center and power forward. Last game out against New Orleans, he dropped 66 fantasy points. I think he has great upside tonight. It's just that 20% ownership is tough to stomach. Beef Stew, if he were to get the start today, I would be playing him, but I'm not so sure that he starts. That's exactly where I was going, 8. See who... Okay, so Line Star still has Harrison, which he's obviously out. I'm not so sure if they start Ron Holland, Simone Fettuccini, I can't say his name, or Malik Beasley. If I had a guess, it would be Beasley, but I could be wrong. We're going to get that news before lock, though, so when we get that news again, we'll retouch on it. But even if he starts, I'm not the biggest fan of Ron Holland. Let's look him up here. He did well against Boston in 21 minutes, but outside of that, it's been all the way November 15th against Toronto that he done well. He played 26 minutes against Memphis on November 27th, where he done all right. I really just like some Cade tonight. Yeah, Simone Fettuccini, or however you say his name is. Fontecchio. I don't know. I give up. When we get that starting lineup, we'll go over that, though, for sure. Aaron Gordon's just kind of working back from injury. Played 23 minutes in the last 2. Moving down the line here, just not a lot I love at the power forward today. Honestly, my power forward today is going to be Mogbo, Barrett, Sabonis, DFS, some Yabusele, and then if we get any kind of starting lineup or injury news, that will adjust. Tyrese Martin. I don't think I got any Martin. Let me double check. Yeah, I got 0 zip. Projected for 2.56 fantasy points. He may not even play today. Martin has burned you twice. Which Martin? KJ Martin or... I can't even spell. Cody Martin or Tyrese Martin? Why do you always play Lonzo, bro? He's 2% owned. Every slate you ask me about Lonzo, and every slate I tell you it's a bad idea because he's not going to play many minutes. I will say he met value against Charlotte, 29 fantasy points, which was really good. But he had a block and a steal, and he only played 19 minutes. Since returning from injury, he has not played over 22 minutes. Minutes are king in my book. That's why I like DFS today. Like, he played 30 minutes last time out. I'm a little uncertain if he plays that again, but if he does, I'm very happy to roster him. Let's move it to center. where I'm fairly certain Podol is going to take up 99% of my center ownership today. I cannot get away from him. I cannot. But that may change when I give just a couple more fantasy points to Vucevic here. It's not going to change. I still love Podol. Going to have a metric shit ton of Podol. I hope he does too, Elite. I hope he does too. Because if we could get Alonzo on the slate playing 30 minutes, he's going to break the entire slate. But I don't think they're going to give him a full 30-minute run the entire season, personally. They want to be very careful with him. Outside of Podol, Jalen Duren looks fantastic if he can stay out of foul trouble. He's just gotten so cheap. I mean, this guy to start the season was 7.3K. 7.3K, and he's down to 5.5K. It's just his fouls, man. He's got to stay out of foul trouble. He's got to. On the flip side of that makes Bam Adebayo look really good today, in my opinion. Been playing some really good basketball lately. We cored him, I want to say it's against Boston on December 2nd. He scored 32 fantasy points, really let us down. And since then, he's been on fire. 50, 43, 50 fantasy points. And I think this is another great matchup for him right here. We talked about Sabonis. Joker, I'm not even going to glaze over Joker. He's fantastic. Regardless of the matchup, Joker is a beast. If you can afford him, go for it. I won't get a ton of Joker tonight because of the way I'm building. I would be surprised if I get 5% of him, but he can absolutely ruin the slate and become a must-have any night. Zubac, the matchup is great for him. I just hate playing Zubac because every time I do, he lets me down. But I will have him in MME tonight. And then Vucevic, looking great. Really like him. If for some reason they started Beef Stew, he would look great. I'm not so sure they start him, but if they do beside Duren. Nick Claxton's just eh. Everybody else just MME for me. Just MME. Yeah, I don't really care for the matchup either. It's really his price, Elite. He's just 5,500 on FanDuel. It's just far too cheap. Far too cheap for him. Don, if you're in here, I'll type it in the chat too. I would not want to play Yabusele and Drummond together. That's in the Discord for you, buddy. Alright, let's go over our core now. Who's more of a play, Podol or Barrett, and who's less owned? I feel like you need one. I absolutely agree. I feel like you're going to need one. They're both 33% owned. Both of them 33% owned, 8. I feel like Barrett has the higher upside running the point. I would probably want Barrett over Podol if I had to just pick one. Right now, let me refresh. We'll take a look at that ownership. Okay, so when I refreshed, the ownership's changed. Podol is at 29% and Barrett's at 33%. Giddey is 22% owned and Kobe White is 15%. So I still don't think Giddey's where he should be. Honestly, I don't. So let's go over our core. First core piece for me is going to be Josh Giddey. Second core piece is going to be Grady Dick. Third core piece is going to be RJ Barrett. Fourth core piece, I really want to make it Mogbo, but do we go I think I gotta go Mogbo. I'm trying to decide if I want to go Mogbo or Podol. You guys know I hate giving you a center because there's so many viable options. But Podol is so damn good today. But Vooch is good too. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't. Yeah. We're gonna go Mogbo at power forward, and then at center it's gonna be Vucevic or Podol. Take your pick of those two. Let me post that in the Discord. There we go. That's posted in the DFS plays chat. Making Money Daily joined our Discord server. If you're a real person, welcome. If you are not, and you're just there to post spam pics, then bye. Basically a game stack? Yeah. I mean, it really is potent. I love this game tonight, and I'm going to be targeting it so much. I mean, it has the highest total on the slate, only a 1.5 point spread. Like, I love it. Let's run this. Well, before I run this, he asked about Paul George and Jamal Murray. Paul George's ownership is 13%, and Murray is probably low, 8%. Yeah. So let's run this. Let's see what we get. And then we'll run it with Podol too. This first lineup, we're getting James Harden, Kelly, Powell, and DFS. The second one, we're getting a lot of Sixers, which I told you the Sixers were my third favorite team to attack after Toronto and Chicago. So we're getting Maxey, Monk, Oubre, and Yabusele. So I'm down with what we're getting here. I'm cool with it. Let's run it with Podol. That gives us 400 more to work with. Let's see what we get. So pretty much getting much of the same here. Much of the same. Harden, Powell, Oubre, Yabusele. I like it. I like it. I like what we're getting to right now. I would like to get a little more Cade. I think Cade Cunningham is being severely overlooked today. I know James Harden's grading out better, but I really like Cade today. That's my, that is my, you're watching the YouTube show play right there. Cade Cunningham. I like him a lot. Might go Sabonis, lower ownership. Sabonis is pretty owned. 18% right now. I thought it would be around 15. But your most owned guys are Dick, Mogbo, Barrett, Drew Smith, Podol, Kobe White. Yeah, Kobe White's ownership has jumped Josh Giddey's elite, according to Line Star. Kobe White's at 28 and Josh Giddey's at 22. Cade or RJ? If I had to pick one, it's RJ. But I want to play them together in a ton of lineups tonight. Let's just do that. I just want to see what I'll get. Obviously, I want Giddey. I'm going to have Giddey in every lineup. But if we put Barrett and Cunningham there, what are we getting? This first lineup's perfect. I get Giddey. The only thing this first lineup does not have that I want is Dick. Cunningham, Giddey, Monk, Porter, Barrett, Oubre, DFS, Mogbo, Podol. So let me try to run that with adding Gideon and Mr. Dick And then let's see what we get. So we're getting... Oh, I did not mean to do that. My cat is in front of my screen. So this first lineup here, I don't really care for. I like it all except for beef stew, which I can move down off Malik Monk if I wanted to. But the second lineup I like a lot. As long as Yabasule gets the minutes today, I like this lineup a lot. So I like the way we're going here. We can absolutely rock them together. John Collins or Kessler, if I had to pick one. I'm guessing both low on, so straight up. Let me double check that because I don't want either today. Yeah, it would be John Collins. But Kessler is 3% and Collins is 9%. Meow. No, the cat's... My daughter's wanting the cat. And my kitty. I love the kitty. She's fine. What do I think of Cade Giddy, Agbaji, Grady, Paul George, Fontecchio, Barrett, Mogbu? I think... No, I don't think it is tonight, Chubbs. I think that lineup is perfect if Fontecchio starts. I haven't checked news in a minute, so we may... Okay, Yabasule is not starting, so he's going to back up Drummond. Maxi, Oubre, George. Guys, I would highly recommend, if you want to make a fuck it lineup, put Ricky Council in it. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to do that right now, see what I get. I'm getting some bonus. I am down for this. Make a screw it lineup with Ricky Council tonight. He has to be the backup 2. They don't have another backup 2. They don't really have another backup 3. So, let's look at this lineup. Maxi, Oubre, Paul George, Martin, Drummond. Projections. Let's look at Philly. Who do you see that's going to play the backup point guard? Okay, Kyle Lowry, Reggie Jackson. Neither one of those guys play the 2. Neither one of those guys play the 3. Ricky Council does. Just saying, I love Ricky Council tonight, guys. I think you should get some Ricky Council in your lives. That's just me. He is risky. Full disclosure, he is risky. Aid, are you rocking Ricky with me tonight? Tell me you are. Tell me you're rocking some Ricky with me tonight. Man, I just don't like... I don't like how we're getting Cam Johnson here. Like, I love this lineup, but Cam Johnson at power forward, is there nobody else in this $6,900 range? Like, come on. I guess I could go Laurie and hope and pray. We're gonna move to DK soon, guys. I already got my DK core in mind. I'm over here glazing about the Ricky Council play and thinking it out in my mind. I think it could be perfect. Yeah, Powell's fine today. I think he's drawing a little too much ownership, though, for me. Mark Williams, Claxton. I personally don't think so. Claxton's in a hell of a fight, or hell of a matchup, but um, Mark Williams maybe, but those minutes he's playing really concern me. They really, really concern me. Let's go over our DK core though. I know a lot of guys in here play DK. I need to get that knocked out. First piece gonna be Drew Smith if I can find him. Where's he at? Yeah, Drew Smith core piece, easy peasy. That Giddy news kind of shakes some stuff up. I still want Giddy. I really do. Drew Smith, Ricky Council, RJ Mogbo, Clax White, THT. When you say THT, who are you referring to? Because my mind thinks Talon Horton Tucker. Yeah. I can't lie to you, Elite. That lineup scares me too much. You have too many pieces that are risky, right? So, Ricky Council, while he has a huge upside, and I love him tonight, you gotta understand he's risky. Claxton's risky in a tough matchup. THT is pretty risky on his own just because he's THT. So you got a lot of risk in that lineup. Barrett's a core piece for me on DK. I know he's pricey, but I gotta have him. Gotta have him. KPJ, I love today, but I can't fit KPJ and Giddy. Well, I guess I could in the util spot. I just hate using util on. Power forward though is gonna be Mogbo, and then yeah, the last core piece is gonna be Giddy for DK. Let's run it and see what we get. I'll post that in the Discord. There we go. It is posted, and let's sort and see what we get here. The second lineup probably be the one I'd rock. I'd want to get off Miles Bridges though. Other than that, I think it's fine. Other than that, I think it's fine. Let's try to use the consensus projection, see what we get there. Okay, now I like this a lot more. Taking the risk with Buzelis, but he's only 3,800 over on DK, and I know he can pay that off. Yeah, this first lineup I like a lot more. Lot more. Ownership on DeMar. He is 13% owned, and Mark Williams is gonna be 2%. That was Laurie. That was 5. Bones Highland, he has been getting some minutes lately. Let me see what I got his projection at. I don't think it's going to be too good. I got him at 17 fantasy points. It's just his price on FanDuel is just too much. His price is just too much. We got any kind of news? Yeah, we do. So Lonzo's gonna play. Mobley's gonna play. Vooch's gonna play. Heat starting Hero, Robinson, Butler, Highsmith, and Bam. Hornets starting LaMelo, Mr. Green, Miller, Bridges, and Mark. So I think Mark Williams becomes more intriguing now that he's starting. Like, I'm going to give him a manual boost. So I like Mark Williams a lot more now, 8. Evan Mobley going overlooked. I think he could have a good game, but projections for me don't really love him. Drew Council, RJ, Mogbo, Durant, White, Coffee, Joker. I like that lineup a lot more. Now your only question marks, in my opinion, are Ricky and Amir Coffee. So I like that much more. Much, much more. $13 viewers, welcome everybody. If you need help, please do not hesitate to ask in the chat. I'll help you the best I can. And join our Discord. It is linked in the chat. It is linked down below in the description. You can at me at any time in there, and I'm happy to help you with any late swap news that you might have. Who all is playing NFL tonight? Okay, so that is a curveball right there, guys. I'll pull it up on the screen for you guys. Look who's starting. Amon Thompson is starting. Woo! That's gonna be close, Don. I'll say this: Mark Williams can win you a tournament by himself, but is super risky. Mogbo's much safer. So Mogbo's the safe pick. Mark is the risky high upside pick. Which way do you want to play it? Pistons starting Cunningham, Ivy, Hardaway, Thompson, and Duran. We got to look at that, guys. Thompson becomes a very intriguing starting. If he's starting, I feel like they're going to give him minutes, right? Right? He's going to play more than 13 minutes. Oh, boy. It's not Amon. That's my fault. It's Asar. It's his brother. I feel like you got to play him, guys. Lordy, help me. Help me, help me, help me. This guy's a beast. I played him a lot last year. I'm worried about his minutes. He hasn't played, I guess he played 20 back on November 27th. Golly, guys. This is one of those catch-22s. You're like, damn, do I play him? Do I not? If he gets the minutes, he's going to be optimal, and he's only 3,900. He has got to be in strong consideration for you. That's true, Chubbs. Eight. Hey, if that works out for you, brother, it is great, though. It is great. All right, 18 minutes to lock. I got so many lineups I got to work on tonight, gents. I got to get to building here. Also, just so you guys know, Andre Drummond looks a lot better with Yabasule not starting. I don't even think I changed Yabasule's projection. Okay, I did. But I'm going to give Drummond a little more. I don't think I'm going to get to him any, but I do like him a lot more now. And over on DK, let's look on DK real quick. I think Drummond becomes more interesting because of price over there. Yeah, Drummond is looking fantastic over on DK now. White or Giddey? Recently, so I like Giddey more personally, Andy. And what site you're playing on has a huge determination on ownership. If we look at ownership and go to Chicago, over on DK, Josh Giddey's at 31, Kobe's at 30, so it's just kind of flip a coin. I personally like Giddey a lot more. I think he's a more complete, well-rounded basketball player. But if we flop over to FanDuel, I mean, Kobe White's more owned at 29%. Josh Giddey's at 25%. Give me Josh Giddey. On FanDuel, it's all Giddey for me. On DK, I'm still going Giddey, but I might have a lineup or two with White. 8 ask about Jimmy Butler. I don't think so. Well, he is. He's 23% owned. I didn't think he'd be that high. And Harden, a good pivot to Cade. I think Harden's pulling more ownership. Yeah, Harden's at 25% owned, which is huge, and Cade's only at 15. That's another reason I like Cade. Not only the usage increase with no Harris, but lower ownership. We got any kind of new news? Don't see anything. Harden plus Barrett or Cade plus Mobley? So in that instance, Chubbs, it's Harden Barrett for me. Laurie's just been so bad lately, he scares me. He has been so bad, he scares me. I think Buzelis coming off the bench could be an interesting last guy into today as well. 16 viewers, what's up, guys? You got any questions about the slate? Hit me with them. I'm happy to help you out. Ricky Council Day. Give me the Ricky Council today. I'm gonna live and die by him. Why not, right? He's already won me quite a bit of money. Last man in, Highsmith or Buzelis? Buzelis for me. Highsmith is just bad at basketball, even starting. He has no upside. Highsmith, let's see his high. 27 fantasy points against Phoenix December 7th. I don't think we see that kind of upside out of him again. If you're trying to win the tournament, Buzelis, in my opinion, has a much higher upside. If you're just trying to cash, Highsmith is safer. Spider's ownership, probably pretty low. Yeah, he's at 14%, which is honestly a little higher than I thought it would be. Cade, Giddey, Dick, Council, George, Asor, Barrett. I think that looks great. I do. Cunningham, Drew, Thompson, Powell, Butler. It looks really good. You just gotta hope Butler doesn't take a shit on you. But other than that, I think it looks great. Zach LaVine and Butler. Both of those guys. It seems like every single time I play them, they just want to say, I don't know if I want to play basketball today. I think I'll just make my money by standing over here in the corner. You guys can play. I'll watch. Yeah, and you know, that's kind of how I play, right? Like, go big or go home. I play to win the tournaments, not just cash in them, guys. So, there's good chalk and there's bad chalk, and I just feel like RJ Barrett today is some really good chalk. Um, he's just too hard for me to ignore today. 15 viewers, I can't say thank you guys enough. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the sub button. We try to do these videos almost every slate. And if you want, linked in the description down below and in the chat is our Discord where you can reach me anytime throughout the day or night. I will help you with any kind of late swap questions you guys may have. We got some news here. Bulls starting Giddy, White, Ayo, Williams, and Vooch. That's who I thought. And the Raptors starting RJ Barrett at the point again. Yes, sir. Grady Dick, Agbaji, Mogbo, and Podol. Drew, White, Council, Mogbo, Drummond, KPG. That looks great. That looks great. If you want to be on the um, if you want to be on the White side of the White Giddy debate, then that is perfect. You guys know where I stand. I prefer Giddy tonight, but White looks fantastic as well. It's really a coin flip between those two on who's gonna really eat tonight. So I mean, looks like a great lineup to me, brother. Nine minutes to lock, ladies and gentlemen. You got any questions? Let me hear them. I am here to help you, ladies and gentlemen, out. Is no one playing NFL tonight? There's got to be some people in here playing NFL, aren't there? Come on, come on. Jose's playing NFL? That's what's up. What QB are you thinking tonight? Because it's probably going to be all Caleb Williams and all Sam Darnold for me. Don't really have interest in anybody else. Harden and Vooch are Giddey and Sabonis. Damn, that is a tough one. For me, it's going to be Giddey Sabonis. Chubbs, did you see that lineup I posted in the late slate? I literally would have taken down if I hadn't got getting a 0 from Cooper. Like, Cooper destroyed me. I got up to 28th place with a 0 from Cooper. You like Ritter or something? Ugh. I mean, I might have 1 or 2 with Ritter, but phew, that man is scary bad. I know, right? Like, how do you score that many points and you don't even get a catch, Chubbs? Not even a single little 2-yard slant route. No LaMelo because they said he's going to be on a minutes limit, WJ. If he wasn't on a minutes limit, then yeah, I would like him, but when they said he's on a minutes limit, I X'd him out. Giddy Duncan or Kobe KPJ? Kobe KPGA side for me. I just trust Kevin Porter Jr. more than I do Duncan. Guys, I love Andre Drummond over on DK too. If you need a cheap center. Yeah, elite. I would probably rock Kobe in that instance. Just because I don't really trust Duncan. Mobley on FanDuel is 7%. Let me know if you wanted it for DK. Okay, 7%. Yeah, that's what he is. Other sides love Mobley over Barrett. Let them have it. Give me Barrett every day over Mobley. Every single day. Three minutes to lock, guys. You got any questions, hit me with them. I'm just getting my last DraftKings lineups in on my phone. Let's really hope it's not the Ayo DeSomo game. A couple games ago, he dropped like 60-something fantasy points. Jeez. I had like so much Gideon White that night and almost no Ayo. I've seen about them. Evidently, they use like AI or something. I tried using them and I wasn't really a big fan. But if they have like a trial or something, I recommend trying them out because I noticed they build really low ownership lineups, so you would probably like it, 8. Yo, Donch, that's pretty good. Pretty good. We got any news? I don't think so. Nope, no new news. 2 minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Heads up. 1 minute. Any last second questions? Hit me with them now, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Council is going to bring us home, Chubbs. Nah, you the man, 8. Good luck, everybody. Hey, thank you all for joining in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Just hit that like button before you leave. Hit the subscribe button. It helps tremendously. And join our Discord. Link down below in the description. Link in the chat. I'm here to help you all night long, guys. Hey, that's what's up, 8. Send some pictures to the Discord of the game. I'd love to see them. Good luck, everybody. You know if you need me, I'm in the Discord. I appreciate each and every one of you. Later, guys.